In daily use, we often use edge triggering, which can achieve stable triggering of most signals and display them stably on the screen. Edge triggering performs a stable trigger by searching for a specific rising or falling edge, which is the slope. For example, when we set the rising edge, the waveform will stabilize and trigger when the signal rises from below the trigger level to above the trigger level. The same applies to the falling edge. Click on Trig menu in the button area to open the trigger menu. Click on the type menu label, select edge, and set the trigger settings. After selecting the trigger type, the current trigger setting information including trigger type, trigger signal source, and trigger level will be displayed at the top of the screen, which changes with the trigger setting. Source. Click on the Source menu tab to select sources such as CH1, CH2, CH3, CH4, and X. Slope type. Click on the Slope type menu label, and the edge types that can be selected include rising edge, falling edge, or any edge. Rising. Set the signal's rising edge to trigger. Falling. Set the signal falling edge trigger. Either set the signal to trigger the rising or falling edge. Hold off. Click on the Hold Off menu tab and set the trigger suppression by selecting the multifunctional knob V0 or directly setting the trigger suppression with the pop-up numeric keyboard. The trigger suppression time can be set to wait for the oscilloscope after triggering and before reconnecting the trigger circuit. Noise rejection. Suppress high-frequency noise in the signal and reduce the probability of the oscilloscope being mistakenly triggered.